Welcome to the second episode of Traders Digest by Angel Broking, a bi-weekly deep dive into market insights and news that matters. In today's episode, I will take you through some key incidents that defined the market last week and, of course, what can be expected in the coming week. So let's begin this edition of Traders Digest by Angel Broking. Looking at the last week, market's performance was defined by some factors like state election results, rising COVID cases in the second wave, and Q4 corporate results. Now, it is important to note that historically, state election results have never impacted the market trends in medium to long term. While the market started initially with a gap down to test levels around 14,400 points in Nifty, the gradual recovery took it to gains, reclaiming the 14,800 mark. It is important to note that overall, though the index has maintained its positive posture, the movement has been quite lethargic and key indices such as Nifty and Nifty IT look trapped in a range. So, what can we expect this week? Let's take a look at the market outlook. Rising COVID cases have led to a healthcare crisis, causing a drop in the factory output. This is causing the consumer and market sentiment to stagnate. India's manufacturing PMI in March was at 55.4, mildly grew to 55.5 in April when the international demand for Indian goods increased. In a similar pattern, India's service PMI index was 54.6 in March and declined to 54.0 in April owing to the escalation of the pandemic. Now, it is expected to further decline in May and June 2021. For this week, important levels to watch out on Nifty will be 14,900, 14,960 and 15,050, whereas 14,750, 14,600 and 14,450 can be considered as important support levels. Unless the market sees a breakout from these levels, the boredom is likely to continue even in this week within index-specific trades. On the upside, there seems to be a possibility of a decisive breakout very soon, considering the drastically shrinking range on the intraday charts. It is expected that RBI's policy announcement might provide additional liquidity, and supportive measures will help COVID-impacted sectors. Seeing the last week's trends, it is clear that the domestic market is hesitant to move in a clear direction. This is likely because the core domestic issue, the rising COVID cases, is not solved. And now, let's talk about the Nifty stocks. Asian Paints, Lupin, UPL, Vedanta, Cipla, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, and Larsen & Toubro will announce numbers this week, so I recommend you keep a close watch on these companies. And now, it's time to wrap it all up. The market will continue to be shaped by developments in COVID-19 management in India, vaccination numbers and any supportive measures in the RBI policy. With Supreme Court constituting a strong panel to streamline India's oxygen demand during the pandemic, we can expect some relief not only for Indians recovering from the virus, but also for the market. That is all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Traders Digest by Angel Broking. Hope you find these insights useful. We will see you very soon. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.